What's going on, everybody? Back out here again tonight to do a technical analysis video where I throw my cards on the table and I throw my chips all in for you guys as we enter the weekly close heading into Monday, Moonday, the 51st week of the year. And I've been promising to get this chips all in technical analysis video out to everybody, and I definitely want to do that tonight. So I want to skip through all the intro and everything and get straight into the technical analysis and give you what I got this week as I begin to get ready to take a few days off as we enter into the holiday season to spend time with the family. So definitely been putting a lot of work out lately so that we keep you informed and keep you calm as the potential volatility approaches during these ritualistic times of the year. So definitely want to give you everything I got and go ahead and get started with that. So hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the matrix today. Wanted to start by saying that we obviously see the full moon on the 18th gave us a little bullish energy, so that's typically a bearish day or time frame, but we're kind of experiencing some base, some structure being built, bearish downtrend. So again, not surprising to get this energy around the full moon, so again, we saw this very similar downtrend last year around December as well. So not surprising until the beginning of the new year where we started to really see Bitcoin start moving upwards. So again, not giving anybody hopium right there, but wanted to bring that up. But yeah, we saw also that Bitcoin today, Sunday, the day of the sun, I gave you a little bit of a decode about the potential volatility today. It pushed up towards that 13 exponential moving average, which is, very important, up there by the 236 of our dead cat bounce that we spoke about in last week's technical analysis video before, being liquidated all day and, just before being sold off. So saw a quick retest of our symmetrical triangle downtrend, bottom side of that, before being bought right back up to 47K tonight as we enter into Monday, Moonday, December 20th. Notice how the daily closes has been, almost perfect to this trend line as well. So awesome to see how that's playing out. Pretty beautiful right there. Still underneath that 8 exponential moving average on the daily moving average, so still want to see multiple daily closes above these moving averages, especially the 21 on the daily. That's right there around the top side of this downtrend, this falling symmetrical triangle that we've got drawn here above our 236 Fibonacci of the dead cat bounce. So again, very important. Let's watch out for that. We saw this W pattern breakout that I had highlighted right here that we saw, it broke through, it's invalid right now. So we'll have to come back and see how that happens, or come back to see what else plays out. Alright, there's that 34 exponential moving average on the daily, sitting at about 51K. Definitely still keeping that on the top of my mind, and want to see multiple daily closes above that before I start to get bullish. But again, that's a key level to start being cautious until we break back above the 888. And we've spoken about this in last week's video. So still typically tend to see bearish energy 3 to 5 days after the full moon, and that's most of the time, typically, and that's gonna take us to around December 23rd, the end of Saturnalia, and the end of, or the 108th anniversary of the Federal Reserve, or the Federal Reserve's birthday, and we've spoken about that in my decode today, so suggest you go and watch that. I've got this 42 days drawn up right here that you're seeing, from the 69K top, that 42 tying us in the Saturn, that 69 tying us in the Saturn. It takes us to December 22nd. So again, the winter solstice, I just think being a very key day to pay attention to. Just very important. What happens between now and then, or on this date, the 22nd of the month, being a very powerful time of the month that we speak about on this channel every month, typically bringing a reset, a recycle to the markets. So I'm gonna take that off, get some of the monotony off the screen so we can see a little bit better. Close these moon cycles for now. Yeah, I definitely want to get back above that 500 and this, or that 55 right there at that 0.5 Fibonacci. Still get above this regression trend that we spoke about in our last video on the daily. But most important, just getting back above this 200 in the top side of this fallen symmetrical triangle, and treating that as support on the top side, and the 236 as support. So yeah, we'll definitely have to take things from there and remain with my downside targets of 42,000 to 44, and we could have wicks and swipes below, but definitely I think a key and important thing for people to remember is until Bitcoin has a weekly close below 40K, then I do believe we're still in a macro uptrend, and we spoke about that 39K level and how we'd have to come out and reevaluate that if we were to go below. But I still think we can wick down to this 40K level, and be bought right back up in the same day or by the end of a weekly close. So very important that we remember that. I think that's something I think could be possible. I'm not saying it would happen, but I think it can play out. We know how Bitcoin and crypto is. Even if we did see that swipe, I just still think we can be bought right back up in what people would call a flash crash. Whatever. But it's just high volatility. It's what we've seen crypto do in the past. So especially when we start to see bull runs come to a conclusion. But I am starting to become more open-minded to this idea that we might push this bull run out into March or April. I definitely have a lot of work I'm doing in the background, and on a day-to-day basis with this year coming up, and I don't want to speak too soon and throw anything out there, but I am really trying to make sure that I'm double checking everything I do and bring you the best that I can, centered around, well, a numerous and grandiose amount of work behind the scenes. With this financial climate we are in and everything we're witnessing in the past few years, this financial bubble we are in with many assets, and including cryptocurrencies. I don't know. It's just something I can picture possibly happening with all the altcoins giving up a massive amount of their gains lately. It shows me that the weakest players in the game have left, and only the sophisticated ones are still there, the ones that are the most patient. And we've spoken about these things in several of my last videos. And when you're setting with that and setting with those players, well, you're the ones that were meant to be here. And anyways, but not only that, with the New World Order having the manipulation control over this market and their stable coins and other instruments to this market, they can easily start pumping or dumping this market. And that's when the FOMO or the panic will happen. You know, the extreme euphoria or, even more extreme fear like we're witnessing now, which was last updated, not too long ago, several hours ago today. But not surprising. So just got to remember this. Bull markets don't typically end in extreme fear, though, you guys. They usually end in euphoria right after we're extremely greedy, and then that just diminishes away, cascades away, avalanches away. So, I just want to keep us reminded of these things, philosophical mindset. But yeah, boom, boom. Yeah, with all things considered, though, I just think we can continue to be patient and be calm. Mm. Let's look at the 3-day on Bitcoin on our Bitstamp chart real quick. We got XRP pulled up. XRP sitting at 84 cents. Dun, 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 dun. Pushing towards that 21 exponential moving average on the daily, I believe. We'll have to take a look at that in a minute. We know that 86-cent launchpad theory. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing on the 3-day though. Alright, well, definitely seeing some multiple daily closes on the 3-day time frame. You guys already on that 55 double exponential moving average. That's definitely not good, but we did see that post Shemitah right back here in September as well for, roughly 15 days. The power of that 15 that we've spoken about lately. So again, we've seen that back here after our May sell-off. We fell below that 55 exponential for quite some time. So definitely we know that's not a good sign. When we look at that 13, that yellow, well, it's just crossed that 200 double exponential moving average that we follow on this channel. That's definitely not a good sign for us pioneers. And we got to bring that up. I don't like to see that. I don't like to see this 8 exponential moving average crossing this 13, crossing this 200, and crossing this 55. Those are 3 very bearish signals for us pioneers. Combined with the mixture of that 13 crossing that 200. I don't like to see that. That's a pioneer cross to the a grand slam level for a push to the downside. Downside implied right here. So at this time, the most sensible thing that we could see happen, or we want to see happen, is a little bit of sideways and down action. And I know you don't want to hear that, but we definitely don't want to end up in a bull trap and in a very bearish situation, or just continue to fall off into a bear market and just see our blow off top. But it would be helpful if we could get through the rest of the year, I think, just sideways and consolidating between 45 and 47 50K. You know, we'll see what happens in the 51st and 52nd week of the year though. But multiple closes right here above this 200 double exponential on this 55 on a 3-day time frame. Just again with these Bollinger Bands widening, it just gives us more potential downside towards that 44K that I've spoken about, that 42K again. So continue to keep an eye on those levels, pioneers. Yeah, yeah, not so good on the 3-day. We see the RSI on the 3-day sitting at 38. You know, it's got some room. It can go down some. You know, 33, 34, 35 level some. You know, bringing it down in price some. We'll have to continue to see what happens. We definitely don't want to see that RSI set a lower low though. So we'll continue to watch that on the 3-day time frame. The MACD though, yeah, you know, still bearish, you guys. Still bearish. Yeah, we'll have to continue to watch that as well. Put that on the daily time frame. That's still battling that 8 exponential. Got to get above that 13 and that 200. You know, right now battling that 382 pulled from our April highs on the Fibonacci. So definitely keeping an eye on that. Let's go back to, yeah. We'll look at the weekly time frame for a second, you guys, because we know we want to close daily candles or weekly candles above the weekly on Bitcoin with the 21 exponential moving average, which is right there around the 382 right now. We want to reclaim that. We spoke about that in last week's video. Yeah. So yeah, if we can get back above that 34 on the weekly, I'd like to see that. Right now, this is obviously started off very indecisive, but the weekly hasn't really even started. We know the stock market opens tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. We'll see which way these market manipulators want to end up taking us throughout the transition of the rest of the year, the holiday seasons, this very ritualistic time of the year. So definitely want to see Bitcoin reclaim that 51K. Can we do it in the 51st week of the year as we head into the 52nd week of the year? All of our moving averages, the 21, the 8 on the weekly, the 13 on the weekly, all cooling up right here around the 382 and 51 and 52K. I just think that's very synchronistic, I guess you could say. Just very interesting. But we do see that 200 double exponential on the weekly sitting right down here at around 43K, in between that 44, that 42 target range that I've spoken about, that I'm still, keeping in mind. We can see it wick down there and be bought right back up and headed up out of here in a upwards, reversal trend. That's what we're looking for, honestly. Either way, some kind of sign, and I've stated that. Let's look at the simple moving averages on the weekly time frame, and it's just that 21 again, coming in right there around 52K, cooled up with everything. Not surprising. Let's look at that simple moving averages on the daily. Yeah, we failed the last 3 days to have the last 4 days to have a close above this 200 simple moving average. So that's definitely very bearish, pioneers. With that 21 and a downward momentum, I definitely see that, that bringing again some downward implied price action possibly. But, again, that 111-day simple moving average right there around 53K, right above that 51, 52. So could we at the beginning of the year see Bitcoin reclaim these levels? Very possible. We've seen this happen before. So, very possible. We know once we get back above these levels, we tend to pump. So the 21, the 111, and the 200 simple moving averages. Add them to your charts. Keep an eye on them, you guys. On the daily, the 3-day, the multiple time frames. Yeah. Nice, nice. Our regression trend, we're still keeping that again. We said it, looks pretty smooth, and want to see us get back above that as well. So coming in around a lot of the levels we're talking about. We bottomed pretty well right here, you guys. Just multiple days holding these levels. We saw the RSI come down to oversold levels. Last time we saw that was back in the May crash right here. This, I know you don't want to hear this, but this could be another long, drawn out, boring winter. And, or at least several weeks. We could definitely have to see what happens. But I would really like to see just consolidation and sideways structure base built right here. For the rest of the year, into January, to be quite frank. Would just helps with taxes, to be honest. Not financial advice. Just throwing that out there. But as long as Bitcoin is sideways and down, it's going to drain the altcoins, and we need to remember that. Just definitely at this stage where I think it can get bloody for altcoins. So remember, it's important to always de-risk during these euphoric time periods. Especially if you're getting to a 5x or 10x on your portfolio. I don't know. I just don't think you want to play the game of gambling. I think you want to play the game of being safe. And those that don't risk and end up seeing 80% of their portfolios decrease, end up selling down here around the fear and the panic and the narratives being put out there in the mainstream, etc. But I just, yeah. Anyways. Oh, it's getting to be a long one, you guys. I know, right? I know. I just looking at everything, trying to look over my notes I got, trying to make sure I share everything with everyone. I spoke about XDC and HBAR earlier. I'm going to go over those a little bit deeper right now. We see we've broken out of our arc. Houston, Mayday, Mayday, Houston. We know that's very powerful, especially when we read Genesis and we know the power of the firmament. That's what this arc is the firmament. So XDC pumping right now, I think, is a powerful sign to see, potentially, altcoins starting to get some liquidity flooded through them. But again, very important to just pay attention to see what happens. Anything can happen right now, and but we see a clear retest of the 236 right here for XDC before just finding a V recovery bottom up out of here. Is what we see potentially forming right here. If we pull a dead cat bounce up, well, we see that no, I'm sorry, this is a bearish retrace pull on XDC right here, and we're hovering right above that golden pocket, that 702. So definitely want to hold that as support right now and continue to reclaim some of these Fibonacci extensions on that bearish retrace pool that we pulled up. So it held that 888 level, hit that one, was bought right back up. So definitely very important that we keep an eye on XDC. It is a holding of ours. We want to see it continue to break the 0.5 and get back up above this golden pocket where we saw it get rejection from the 786, which was our firmament. So again, very powerful things that I think we can keep an eye on. We'll eventually draw another firmament over time. But you know, definitely want to see this get back above 13 cents, 12, 13 cents, you know, around that 888 and treat that as support as well. So keeping an eye on XDC. We see H bars pumping as well, you guys, and it's headed towards the firmament. But we pulled a dead cat bounce up on, or I'm sorry, a bearish retrace pull up on H bar as well. And same thing, it hit the one, held support of the 888 and was V-bottoming up out of here is what it's forming right now. You know, it's right there at the 382, right there around the 618, you guys, of our April pull of the Fibonacci. So very important levels that H bar is holding right now. Just very scripted, I think. Both of these coins right now pumping, especially, you know, just being tied to the Jezebel order. I think just very scripted coins, which is one, why we hold them, and two, you know, the use case utility behind them, I guess you could say, but I do believe they'll be utilized by the masses one way or another. But yeah, definitely keeping an eye out on H bar as well, you guys. So anything can happen again, but good signs for H bar and XDC right now for some of the altcoins. We're seeing everything just red right now. Definitely something to watch out for. VeChain though, gonna speak about that for a minute before we get back into Bitcoin and XRP, possibly even Ethereum a little bit tonight. Yeah, VeChain is just very bearish right now. Still watching that. Could possibly set, you know, a little bit of another low right here. Maybe push down towards, you know, 6 cents, close to 6 cents again. We'll see what happens. Definitely don't want to set a lower low than back in June and July. Same situation as XRP, just continuing to watch this right now. But still holding, not being bearish on this coin. Definitely just continuing to watch what happens around the winter solstice and the end of December towards the beginning of the year. Definitely want to watch out for any potential action in the near distant future on VeChain, because we want to, you know, utilize taking advantage of our initial investment and getting that out, because that's something we've never done in VeChain yet, and we've been completely transparent about that, and we'll be completely transparent about when we do. Let's go back to Bitcoin, you guys, because it matters. It really does. We saw this regression trend. If we pull that out that we spoke about in our last week's video, you know, we're still seeing it continue to play out. But the longer it plays out without seeing a breakout either way, well, just brings us more of a lower side downside potential. And again, we can see Bitcoin fall to this 40K and be bought right back up in a day and close above, you know, 45K. It can do that. So again, just keeping an eye on that. Move that back out of the way. Sorry, you guys. I'm just looking. I don't know. Just this time of the year is really interesting. I can't express that enough. As we approach the beginning of the year, it's just a lot of money being moved around in the economy. Just an exciting time. Anybody that's been in the market for a while, even stocks or credit and debit cards, you just know these time of the years can get very volatile. And with all that being said, I just want to express being patient and calm. You know, I don't know. Some of the work I've got working on in the background has a lot to deal with the 1986 and 87 stock market, and all that looking very similar to what we're working on today. And it's probably going to be a 10 to 20-minute video that I'm going to try and put out, all technical analysis based, straight to the point. It's not going to be what I think will happen, but it will be a lot of what has happened so far, and something that could be a kind of eye-opening thing. And I see this downtrend towards the end of the year that happened right after hitting a new all-time high um, in that chart, and I want to share it with you all, and it's on video. I'm going to be working on that soon. Possibly might not come until after Christmas, and I wanted you guys to be aware of that as well. But I want to bring that up before I forgot. All of this downtrend that I'm seeing right here being just very similar to that chart in 1986. Definitely, definitely want to bring that up. A lot of this has to deal with it as well. It's pretty identical, to be quite frank. Even to this day, almost perfectly, we're mimicking it, and I think that's important. All the way to the 31st of December, we were in a downtrend in 1986 on this chart, and yeah. But with that being said, yeah, we'll continue to just carry on. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm still doing TGA with you guys tonight. Well, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful or nothing, but like we're kind of at a point in the bull market where, in the economy, where honestly, I don't think none of this even matters. But I definitely want to come out here and give my best and share with you all the education and everything I've learned. I just think it's still a very speculative time, like kind of like Jordan Belfort and the Wolf of Wall Street. And if you watch that, you realize he was in the markets in a very volatile time, and I don't know, kind of like what I think we're in right now. All right, yep. I think we're gonna get into XRP and be done there, you guys. Oh wow. Well, we should have started the whole video off right there. XRP breaking out the firmament. Houston. 86-cent inbound launchpad theory. Wow, that's massive, you guys. That's important. We saw that we hit that firmament yesterday on Sundays, the day of the sun, and saw a little sell off, but we've been bought up right back since. We know that from the sell off to the full moon was 14 days. XRP equals 14, and we've had green since, upwards price action since. So I think that's important. Again, the 76-cent level being important is and holding it pretty nicely. I think that's important because we know Ripple equals 76 in numerology and gematria. And you know, gematria, we utilize it because it's been used for thousands of years, you guys. So you can't tell me it's not important, you know. Um, massive, massive breaking out of this firmament right here. Definitely want to come back and treat that the downside of this as a support. We tend to see that happen. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, and you know, right here. Oh man, but boom, when it broke out, it came back and treated the firmament as support before, you know, treating the 236 as support, and then following in its, you know, upward trend. Very, very massive. This breakout right here for 80 XRP at 85 cents now. We were just at 84. Gotta get up there and close a daily candle above 86 cents. And I'd definitely be bullish on XRP again, you guys. We know how powerful that 86 cent level is, that 76 cent level is. And we may be in a 10-cent trading range right here for quite some time. So, you know, I don't care that none of this is happening until I get a daily close above this 21 exponential moving average, which is at 86 cents. Very powerful. We've made it above the 8 and the 13. We broke out of the firmament. We're at the golden pocket right here at the 86 cents where the 21 and our 86 cent launchpad theory is. We could see 200 exponential moving averages and that 55 at 96 cents very soon. You know, this 20-cent trading range, very powerful, and we know XRP equals 15, and there's that $1.05 trading range I want to see us reclaim. So, you know, we could very possibly V-bottom recovery up out of here. This next week, the 51st week of the year, we did not see Bitcoin and XRP and these coins take off in crypto until the 14th, entering into the 15th week of the year for cryptocurrency this year, back in April, before we saw XRP hit $1.96, getting stopped out right there at the 1618, or at the 618. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the 1618. Before the 1618, the $1.96. No, right here, yeah, the 618. So very powerful. Very, very powerful. 15 and 51, the mirror of each other. This next week, starting tomorrow, you can't deny this, you guys. You can't make this stuff up. Definitely want to see us close Monday, Moon Day, day of the moon, Monday giving us, or moon giving us 15 and 51. Just very powerful, you guys. Coming 3 days after our full moon. That energy we typically see around the moon 3 to 5 days after on, or 3 to 5 days before. So very important. 86 cent right now, you guys. That's powerful. You can't make this stuff up. Just definitely want to see that. We've broken out of our firmament. We know why we're getting this bullish energy. We know Monday, Moon Day, being the 20th. 105 days since the start of the Shemitah and Rosh Hashanah on the 6th. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. 105 days. You know, Ripple, XRP equals 15. Moon equals 15 and 51. We're entering the 51st week of the year. Tomorrow, Monday, Moon Day, the 20th of December. Right here, you guys. This is the 19th today, Sunday. But as we look at the charts, we know this is Monday's daily candle. Pumping like a motherfucker right now. Fucking shit! You can't make this shit up, bro. Anyways, so glad I did my video this morning. Oh, man. right now we're not there yet, you guys. This is the code. This is everything I was able to see beforehand hitting me, you know, um, coming to fruition in real life in a decode, in a video of technical analysis with you guys. It's just humbling, man. Mm, mm. Definitely got to get back above that 96 cents though, you guys. Back above $1. Um, None of this really matters until we have multiple daily closes above this 21 right here that we're pumping above right now. That orange yellowish line right here, that golden line right here. Gotta hold support. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. 86-cent launchpad theory. Let's see what happens, man. Let's continue to watch this play out. But it'd be nice to just continue to pump towards the 22nd of the month, and throughout for XRP. Around this time last year, it was a very, very volatile time for XRP. This time last year, it wasn't looking so good, you know. Definitely wasn't. It was around the SEC lawsuit. So I'd love to see it just continue to pump right out of this instead of being bearish like it was last year. Um, mm, you know, what being an XRPI holder is all about is just waiting for the final push, you guys. And we know what that's all about. Weathering the storm. Trials and tribulations. Right now, it's still extremely undervalued. It hasn't even broken its all-time high. It's 88 cents. Very powerful, that number, you guys. Mm. Don't get too bullish right here, you guys. Let's continue to watch what happens. The long and short of this analysis is I still don't like how this chart is looking at all. And from a technical perspective, all it would take is for a very small move for Bitcoin to go below 45K, 40K, and it could smash these altcoins and Ethereum, XRP, So let's remember that. I think it's important the code playing out, seeing this energy start 14 days after the sell-off on the full moon, and we've been in an uptrend since for XRP. It could be possible to consider that we're about to possibly see Bitcoin hit a dead cat bounce and send that liquidity into the altcoins, and we see XRP start to carry us out for the rest of the end of this bull run like it typically does. And past historical data, 3 bull runs show us that. So what 2 bull runs? This would be the 3rd, XRP being the last crypto to move. So let's continue to see what happens and see if this continues to be bottom recovery up out of here towards this 111-day moving average, which is right there at that 100 with that 105, that $1.05 trading range that I've spoken about. So very bullish. Want to see this tomorrow, Monday, Moon Day, close above the 21 exponential moving average for XRP, as well as 86 cent. That 86 cent launch pad theory. And keep an eye on this date at the bottom of your screen right here, December 22nd. We know XRP equals 22. And that's very powerful. And we know that's when the SEC lawsuit came in on the winter solstice last year. And the 22nd just being a very powerful day of the month every month. So let's continue to see what happens. With all that being said, you guys, I'm probably going to sign out of this one. I hope you enjoyed, and be patient, stay calm over the holiday seasons, and enjoy. And God bless you guys. We'll see you in the next one.